a few remarks before to start the presentations about this prohibition of collective expulsion. I will just make 4 remarks. First one is where do we find this prohibition of expulsion? We don't find it in the Covenant. We find it in the European Convention of Human Rights, in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of EU 2, Article 19, just after Article 18 about asylum rights. And we find it also in the African Charter, which was the first text using this vocabulary. Second remark is that it is an absolute prohibition, the prohibition of collective expulsion. So it's important to interpret this text as there is no exception. And what can we interpret? It's the third and the fourth remark. It's the word expulsion and the word collective. If we speak about expulsion, is it also pushback, refoulement? Can we go to the question of the refuse of visa, which is another workshop? Can we go to the question of right to leave the country? We was another workshop this morning, and we have heard that there are links between those questions. The other word, and it's my last remark, it's about collective, and I think we will more focus on this point. What is a collective expulsion? It's interesting to see that in the African Charter, this is Article 12.5, in English, one may read not collective expulsion, but mass expulsion. But in the French text of the African Charter, it's collective also, like in the other text. Interesting, just to see that. What we know easily is that collective is just not individual. So the question is, what is individual and what is collective? If we look again at the African Charter, we see that there is the only text giving a definition of collective expulsion. It is with an aim at national, racial, ethnic, and religious groups. This is the definition of collective in the African Charter. In the case law, it's quite a bit different. It will be an expulsion together with other, and an expulsion without an examination of individual situation. And I think this will be the core of the discussion we will have